One love, Delta 9 travelers. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. I'm telling you, what's going on your side of the globe? It's a sunny Sunday afternoon on my side. Thanks for being a part of this presentation. Well, since the most recent, now defined farm gate went down, we're talking about the whole exposure with President Ali's farm. It's been making its rounds throughout social media and in the political space, local and in the diaspora. A number of political leaders are saying, listen, it's about time that this is done. I'm going to give you a chance to hear directly from the political leaders and what they're calling for as the next step for the progress in Guyana, for things to move forward in the right manner. Let's hear first from the leader of the opposition.
Irfan Ali and his hidden 150 acres. Yesterday, I released substantial evidence in meticulous detail of the most corrupt president Guyana has ever had, President Irfan Ali, and his hidden 150-acre luxury ranch estate worth more than $5 billion in market value located along the Linden Highway. As leader of the opposition, I am now publicly calling for his immediate resignation from the office of the presidency. The Guyanese people deserve better, and you are not a leader for the people. It is a shame to see that the leaders of the PPP have destroyed the party of a true son of the soil, Dr. Chedi Jagan. I have been receiving an outpouring of calls and messages from farmers, from housewives, from cattle ranchers, from Guyanese from every walk of life about their outrage and literally fed up with the massive corruption of the PPP government, including the president. Added to the massive corruption of President Irfan's ranch and more exposure to be made public, I want to bring to your attention this obscene former president's benefit bill that he is trying to pass in Parliament.
What are your views, Delta 9 travelers? The leader of the opposition is saying, hey, it's about time that certain steps are taken. It's about time that we make certain moves. He's saying that because of the most recent revelations, it's about that time because the corruption is mounting, Delta 9 travelers and persons around the world. What are your views about what the leader of the opposition just had to say right there?
Fellow Guyanese, I want you to understand how serious this is and why every Guyanese should be outraged and protest against this. President Irfan Ali and his hidden 150 acres. Yesterday, I released substantial evidence in meticulous detail of the most corrupt president Guyana has ever had, President Irfan Ali, and his hidden 150-acre luxury ranch estate worth more than $5 billion in market value located along the Linden Highway. As leader of the opposition, I am now publicly calling for his immediate resignation.
Calling for his immediate resignation as the leader of the opposition, one of Guyana's most corrupt presidents, allegedly, in accordance with what the leader of the opposition is saying right there. What do you think about the Delta 9 travelers? Because a number of other persons are speaking about it. Speaking about what? Some of what the president had to say.
Imagine someone speaking about credibility and integrity. Mohamed speaking about credibility and integrity. A man who is accused of murder, smuggling, beating people, kidnapping people, robbing the state and the people of Guyana of hundreds of billions of dollars. A man who has been indicted by a grand jury.
I'm telling you, you hear the president highlighting these things himself, and then we hear a number of developments. And then we heard about a number of developments that took place right after that. Could it all be a situation that end up very soon and very shortly with persons incarcerated for things from the past, now in the present? Well, guess what? That's not the only person in opposition highlighting the fact that certain steps should be taken. Let's hear other honorable members, Honorable Doctor Who. Let's see him here right now.
Being left unencumbered to accommodate the future expansion of the highway. It raises the question of whether there is any absence of planning or a deliberate policy to compensate family, friends, and favorites when the government must stop treating public servants as an afterthought. They deserve living wages, timely access to land, and the same opportunities available to those in positions of power. We demand a reduction in the waste and corruption and the allocation of those resources to increase the wages and salaries of workers. APNU is adamant that government cannot justify asking ordinary Guyanese to wait for years while the president, family, friends, and favorites give themselves large pieces of state lands. This is unequal treatment, misuse and abuse of power, and personal enrichment at the expense of the Guyanese people. The glaring unequal treatment is deeply disturbing and damaging to public confidence and can only be addressed through thorough, full transparency, accountability, independent investigation. To the end, the president should resign. And the president should resign to facilitate independent investigation. To the end, the president should resign to facilitate an impartial and thorough forensic investigation. Guyanese deserve to know how much land has been acquired, when it was acquired, how it was acquired, and whether every applicable fee, law, policy, and procedure was applied to ensure that the same procedures that ordinary citizens have to follow were followed.
A natural way to stay ready, baby. 'Cause I'm ready for you, Mr. C. The ultimate male supplement, men's total wellness formula, packed with essential nutrients for men's health. She'll call you Mr. C.
100% wildcrafted sea moss. Only the best, 'cause you deserve nothing less. 8 Butterfly.
But I'm telling you, we heard from persons in the opposition about the steps that they're willing to take. But as we analyze this whole thing, it's been a while since internationally we would have heard anything about presidents stepping aside, right? And I think we got to go all the way back to the 70s in the US and the Watergate scandal to get the other time that we would hear in the US about a president stepping down, right? And I could stand corrected on that, but I don't remember no other time before or no other time closer to that. I think it's still, we go all the way back to Watergate and what was going on back then, right? So, is this a situation where we could see it escalating to the point where the president does step down? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to see anything like that go down in Guyana, or this is going to be some headlines that is going to be trending for a couple of days, and then next thing you know, is back to more of the same. Let's hope that this level of corruption doesn't go unchecked completely, right? There's so many things going on, so many headlines, and listen, you get a chance to hear directly what some of the leaders are saying about this, but other persons are talking as well about some of what's going on with these headlines. Remember, the Attorney General was highlighting this.
And whenever something comes up, that creates a platform for them, you see them trying to outdo themselves in trying to enter the public domain and trying to confer upon themselves some form of relevance. The leader of the opposition did a video in relation to the president's farm, and that has oxygenized the opposition. They were flat, had nothing to talk about, kicking brick, struggling to get an issue to make the news. Now this breathe.
That's what the leader of the opposition had to say about the whole thing. He was saying, buddy, some people seems like if they're just waiting for an opportunity to get something to talk about, right? But other persons ain't looking at it in that manner.
That everybody knows about. Or they could use it for blackmailing. You can't use something that is known to blackmail somebody. It's skeletons in your closet, people that's used to blackmail you. That's why I want to ask Ali this morning. He's talking about a message or messages that he received from Mohamed threatening him to release certain recordings. Azudin didn't release any recording. Azudin spoke about the farm. Ali, Mr. President, what are those recordings that Mohamed sent to you?
I'm telling you. What is in the recording? That's the million, trillion, I'm telling you, might be even couple $1 trillion answer and question. Because will we ever really know what's really going on between past friends and business associates that got so much history between them? I'm telling you. We will have to definitely wait and see what these updates will be. Man, listen, this situation got certain persons going back and forth. And listen to this.
And their prime ministers and presidents in the global scenario that have business and their wives, they're gone into politics and the business is still running. The money is still banking in the family name.
Right.
Oh, I mean, you're splitting hairs when you're saying how you know if an Ali's wife didn't say it to him, but that's our business. How you gonna tell us we can't increase the chicken production?
Right.
He's a political bitch who, if I go on his program, I will knock him down politically. Not physically, but politically, and beat the shit out of him politically. Because I can. If you want to be bullied, you gotta be prepared to take back bullying.
I'm telling you, so many headlines, so many updates. Never ever a dull moment in Guyana and in the diaspora. Big up yourself and thanks for being a part of this presentation. If you're not already subscribed, what are you doing, buddy? It don't cost you nothing, but it will keep you connected with everything trending in Guyana and in the diaspora. So make sure that you subscribe and stay connected. Plus, if you're looking for an independent way to support independent media and keep media like this completely independent, creating great content like this for you now and always, become a channel member. The barcode is at the top of your screen right now. Join Team Delta YouTube channel membership, barcode at the top of your screen and at the bottom of the screen as well if you navigate on your YouTube page. Big up to everybody right now and all the frequent travelers that are going to catch this one in the future in the rewind. One love every single time.